High School Lions host the Haverhill Hillies. I'm joined by Dan Kachufis, and Dan, Haverhill coming into this game is actually 1-6. The opening said 3-4, but they're actually 1-6, so not an MVC powerhouse.
Well, they're having a tough season. The one bright spot for them, though, is their quarterback, Sean Shagru. Coming into this game, well, Shagru had an injured shoulder earlier in the season, but he's back. He's really their strongest player. He's a huge player, 6'4", 225. That's the size you'd expect from a D-end or, even a D-lineman. But he's their quarterback. He's the tallest player on the team, and he's also one of the most massive.
Let's take a look at, let's talk about last week's game. Chelmsford beat Drake it 26-7. The Middies were the Hillies now today. Chris Pashoni just stole the show last week. 4 touchdowns. Let's see, how much did he have? 175 yards on the ground.
Well, he's up to 889 on the season, and that's certainly, he's an awesome running back. That's, what you can say. This season so far, he is the best running back in the MVC. He's
no question about it.
Just really done a good job. Rosario, Ronnie who?
Yeah, exactly. 889 yards on the season. I don't think it's a stretch to say he's going to surpass the 1,000 mark. Probably tonight he'll do that, barring a bad injury or something. Chris Pashoni, of course. Barry Sanders' moves last week that just amazed everyone.
Yeah, shake and bake, slice and dice, whatever you want to call it. He really did a great job. Keeps focused. He can be a power back when you need him to be. He can be a, shake and bake like a Barry Sanders back. And he's also a speed back, like if he goes around the end, like we saw him 24-yard touchdown run last week. So
the Lions are 6-0. The Haverhill Hillies are 1-6. Lions trying to improve to 7-0.
Hello, we're back, and we're happy to be joined by Mrs. Sandy Patterson, and she's the first. This is your first year coaching the B team cheerleaders for Chelmsford Pop Warner.
How's it going?
Good. How you doing?
Carrie Normandin, who's a CHS cheerleader captain, has actually helped you out this year with Pop Warner. How has she been?
Great. She's a coach trainee, and I couldn't have done it without her this year, teaching the girls the stunting and all that, which I can't do myself. But she's just been great, and the kids just love her.
Did she volunteer, or did you ask her to?
She volunteered. She volunteered and took a lot of her own time to be involved in this. She was just a great help to me this year, being my first year doing it.
Now, speaking of it being your first year and becoming involved, how did you become involved?
Well, my daughter Emily has been a cheerleader for 4 years now, and I've always been a helper, but never a head coach. So this year, with so few parents volunteering to do it, I decided to do it this year.
And coming up tomorrow, I believe you have a competition. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, tomorrow we are having a competition. It starts at 3 o'clock, and we're going about, there's about 12 other teams that we're going against. And we've worked since August on all of our routine. And we cheer every Sunday at the CHS Football for the B team boys.
And also, these 12 teams you're facing, are they in the area, the Merrimack Valley area?
Merrimack Valley, yes. All of Merrimack Valley will be there.
Now, how does your program affect like the CHS program with the girls coming up?
Going on to high school?
Yeah.
It prepares them, I think. If they're really into it and they want to go on, it prepares them to get ready for the high school cheerleading team. Like Kerry, she's going to college, and she's going to be a cheerleader when she gets in college also.
Right.
So.
And do most of the girls that you coach, are they serious? Are they serious about cheerleading in high school and even into college? Well,
oh, most definitely. Most definitely. They've all been in it for at least 3 or 4 years.
All right. Thank you very much, Mrs. Sandy
you.
Patterson, the coach of the Pop Warner cheerleaders. We'll be right back after this.
Each week, the Chelmsford Pop Warner B team practices for Sunday's games as well as their upcoming competition. Each week, coach trainee Carrie Normandin works with the B team cheerleaders to prepare for Sunday's game. Sandy Patterson is also a coach for the B team cheerleaders. This is her first year as a coach, and she hopes to continue in years to come. Sunday at 12 o'clock at McCarthy Middle School.
Welcome back, and talking about this game tonight, Chelmsford and Haverhill, you also have to talk about a key injury on the Lions side of the ball. On defense, Ryan Farley, number 16, the cornerback, senior cornerback, is injured, and it was a devastating injury. This week it kind of came back.
Well, it certainly was. What actually happened is, remember that pad that Ryan Farley was wearing on his leg because he had a hairline fracture on his shin? Well, that injury actually became infected after the pad got dirty. And he was actually in Emerson Hospital for the early part of this week. So he's out for 2 weeks, definitely.
And coming in place of Ryan Farley is Brian Viglione and Nick Palumbo. Both are going to be platooning in the cornerback position tonight, and they're going to have a challenge facing Sean Chagru of Haverhill. And the praises of Sean Chagru just continue every week as he impresses and impresses. And there's nothing more you could say. He's a big guy. He can pass. He can run.
Well, Chagru did a great job last year of, as a junior, and now this year he's a senior. 1 year bigger, 1 year stronger, 1 year more experienced. And he did have a shoulder problem earlier this year, but that's certainly been remedied. Don't expect him to throw as much as you normally would, but, he's always a threat.
And he is very mobile, but not tonight because he has a shoulder injury, and a right shoulder injury that's going to affect his running abilities tonight, which will help out the Lions defense a lot. I talked to Coach Rich, and he talked about the Billerica-Exeter, New Hampshire game, which is going to be played tomorrow, which is Saturday. Coach, some of the guys here in Chelmsford are actually going to make the trip up there and watch the game, and he said some people from Billerica will be down here tonight to check out the game here too.
Oh, definitely. Big scouting opportunity. Billerica-Exeter is supposed to be excellent.
The whole offensive lines are Eli Gumbakis, as he says.
Yeah, they're really.
And now we are joined by Kevin Redmond. Kevin, thanks for joining us.
Always a pleasure, guys.
And last week, what can you say about Chelmsford? Chris Piccioni, especially 145 yards, I believe, rushing, 889 yards now on the season.
Yeah, I think the nice part is he gets better every week. I don't think there's any sense of complacency sinking in. What really impressed me last week is you're playing a Drake team that is struggling a little bit, and it's the type of game that you might look past. I thought the Lions looked very methodical, not just Chris Piccioni. They did what they had to do. They took care of business. Not too many mistakes, not too many problems. Same type of game tonight. Take care of business, and let's get that 7th win in the pocket.
And what do you think about this Haverhill team? They're only 1-6. They're a very young team, and they're a little big on the offensive line, but overall they're not really big. And do you think this is a worthy opponent for Chelmsford, or is Chelmsford just going to steamroll right over them?
Well, I think, you talk about the injuries Chelmsford has, and I think they've got enough guys that are new to the varsity, new to the lineup, that they're going to have that excitement. They're not going to take anything for granted. So you look for the effort and the enthusiasm we saw last week. Same side, Haverhill's a little banged up. Besides Chagru, I understand their tight end, Todd Cormier, is going to be out. Chagru's favorite target.
Yeah, Cormier is definitely the go-to guy on that team. He's the biggest guy.
So you've got teams, you get to the 7th week of the season, everybody's dealing with injuries. So whoever is plugging those holes the best is going to come out ahead. I don't think it matters to this point is Haverhill a worthy opponent so much as does Chelmsford come out and play Chelmsford football tonight. If they do like they did last week, then they put the win away, and we can look forward to the next final 3 weeks of the season.
Okay, what do you think this week? Billerica playing Exeter tomorrow. What are your opinion on that game?
Well, it looks like a terrific game on paper. You get 2 7-0s, and you don't get too many games like that. And it's a real contrast in style. Exeter likes to grind it out, do those 7-8 minute drives on the ground, real Central Catholic type of team. For a local comparison. And of course, Billerica, what can you say? Kristen Eske's pushing 1,200 yards passing this year, airing it out constantly to all kinds of different receivers. So real contrast in styles. That should be a treat for anybody that makes the trek up to see that game.
And also Chelmsford, after this game, it looks like the toughest part of their schedule is coming up ahead. They have to face Andover, who they lost last year, a little revenge factor there, against Tewksbury, who just look awesome, and Billerica, of course, in Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I mean, we can talk about it now because none of the players hear about it. You hate to look ahead, look past, but it's hard not to right now. You've got an Andover team. I think they're a little, I don't know, they're 3-3. 2 of the wins are against Lawrence and North Andover. Tewksbury pushed them around pretty well. Tewksbury looks like it's playing better and better every week. But you're right, that's a pretty tough trio when you add up the combined win-loss records. It's the best 3 opponent set we're going to see all year. So it looks like the best is yet to come for Chelmsford.
Kevin Redmond, always a pleasure to talk to you. Thanks for joining us today.
All right, thanks for asking, guys.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to George Simonian Alumni Stadium. Tonight, the Chelmsford Lions host the Haverhill Hillies. 1-6 are the Hillies, and our team is going strong at 6-0.
Yeah, they've had a great season so far. You know, Chris Pashoni has done just an absolutely excellent job. Kevin Redmond says exactly my opinion, getting better and better every week. He's improving all aspects of his game. This should be a fun game to watch, I think. But anyway, we got all the marching band, in case you saw that. All the marching band is dressed in their
has won the toss
costumes.
And elected to receive.
We have a witch down there, and the majorettes and color guard are actually dressed as football players.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of our national anthem by the Chelmsford High School Marching Band.
And we're going to go to the Chelmsford High School marching band, playing the Star Spangled Banner. That's what it is.
Do you want a white piece of paper?
Came out late today, but hope you enjoy him. As the kicker today is Eric Mounsey, as Haverhill brings it up, and they'll start at their 25-yard line as the game goes underway. But with the voice, I'd just like to apologize to the volleyball team, who we accidentally omitted an article about them. I think the volleyball team's playing today.
Now, what do you think, it's a Itzichin? Come on. Running the kickback is a sophomore, number 1, Jeff Malesso. He starts at cornerback for them, but we might see him a little bit as wide receiver. He's actually the second-string quarterback also.
And the main guy for the Hillies is number 7, Sean Shugru, who's in shotgun formation with 1 back and 2 wideouts. And he's back to pass. And in there for the sack, number 87, Matt Coder.
Well, that's certainly a loud way to start off this game, you know, defensively for the Lions. That's like an 11-yard loss. More than that. That's a huge loss. Shagru kept going back and couldn't escape Matt Coder, who we've seen is very, very fast.
One guy they are going to miss tonight, the Hillies are, is number 10, Todd Cormier, senior, 6'2", 215-pound tight end, who's the go-to guy for Sean Shagru, and he won't be in action tonight. 2 backs, 2 wideouts now. And they'll hand it off. Will just be about a couple yards on that play. And the runner is number 43. That's Adam Scott. A sophomore, 5'8", 155-pound running back. That's going to bring up a big 3rd and 22.
Well, it's a tough situation for Haverhill, you know.
Interesting call to do a run play on a 2nd and long. They were probably expecting a lot more yardage out of that one, at least maybe 10 yards on that one. Back to pass and shotgun formation, and number 1.
That's Malesso.
Malesso, who did return the ball. He cannot catch it, and 4th down comes for the Hillies, and they will have to punt.
Well, great showing for the Chelmsford defense so far, you know. The Hillies go 3 and out thanks to a huge sack by Matt Coder. And what's it, 4th and 22 now? This deep? I don't think we have to worry about a fake.
The punter is number 35, Ryan Geese. He's also the normal running back. The punt is almost blocked. Back is Jeff Smart, and he'll let it bounce. It's still in Haverhill territory, and the Lions will start off at about the 44-yard line of Haverhill. Great field position to start off the game. I formation set for the Lions to start off. Brian McGuire is behind center. John Kidd in place of the injured Chris Benton, along with Chris Pashoni, who had a marvelous game last week. And they'll hand it off to Pashoni. And oh, look at that. He spins around, gets a few more yards on the play, and that's exactly what Pashoni's been able to do all season long. Try and fight for that extra yardage.
Yep, he does a great job of it. You know, an 8-9 yard pickup when it looked like he could have been stopped for only a 3 or 4 yard pickup.
Fighting for that extra yardage sometimes leads to, you know, a 4 or 5 yard gain. Sometimes he can just shake the tacklers loose and go on for a long run.
Saw that last touchdown against Drake. It was just a situation where that happened.
Smart the wide out near side. Kidd and Pashoni again in I formation. And they'll hand it off again to Pashoni to the left. Flag on the play. And he'll be getting the 1st down, but
I think they're going to call it back. I think I saw a hold on Sean Nyan.
That is the call. The referee today is Jim Kearney. Umpire Charlie Cambria. Field judge Jack Joyce. And head linesman is Chip McDonald. See what the call is in just a moment.
Pick that up. No, previous spot. Holding on the offense. Repeat 2nd down.
So no 1st down on the play for the Lions, as they'll move back 10 yards, and it'll be a 2nd down and long. Well, 2nd and about 14 to go.
You know, you could figure that was Sean Nyan on the penalty, because immediately after the flag was thrown, he looked back at the referee, waved his arms in the air as to say, you know, what did I do?
Last week, the Lions were penalized 5 times for a total of 40 yards. They've been penalized once already, with 7:09 left in the 1st quarter. I formation again, Kidd and Pashoni. Smart again is the receiver, and they'll hand it off to Pashoni to the left. Finds a hole and breaks through for about 9 yards, and he'll be close to the 1st down, about 3 yards short, which will bring up a 3rd down and 3 to go.
Well, I think this Chelmsford offense tonight is going to really try to ground it out on the ground.
You know, ground it on the ground? Where else will they ground it out?
Grind it out.
Grind it out.
That's better. They can, I don't know what I was thinking, but it's been a long week in school, so.
Kidd and Pashoni again are in the backfield. Now John Bertolami is the wideout near side. They'll hand it off to Pashoni again. He gets a 1st down and more, and a good heads-on tackle by Haverhill to stop him from getting even more.
Well, Pashoni there had 1 or 2 guys to beat, and he was in the end zone. Stopped at the 30-yard line, we see, but it's a 1st down, so Chums are coming back from that 10-yard penalty.
One interesting thing about last week's game against Drake had actually led in time of possession. It was basically the turnovers and the lack of execution on 3rd down that killed the Middies last week. Otherwise, they would have been right in the game. 1st down and 10 now. Play action pass. McGuire keeps it. He's looking for Smart. He's got Smart. Open. Oh! Incomplete. Right in his hands and out.
Well, they're going to call that ball incomplete. May have had it for the 2 steps. I don't know.
Number 15, Kevin Gurton, on the senior 6'150", a cornerback. He was covering. He's also a wideout for the Hillies on offense. So now 2nd down and 10 to go. Kidd Pashoni again in the backfield. Bertolami, I should say, is the near side wide receiver. And Coder is always at tight end. And quickly handed off to Kidd, and Kidd's got some room. He's rumbling down to the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, Chelmsford.
They're going to call it dead at the 1-yard line, which is where he first touched the ground. You know, great run by John
Actually,
Kidd.
it looks like about the 5-yard line, where the lines will start off.
I thought he got a little bit further than that, but maybe not at all. But anyway, you know, Haverhill, I guess, not expecting John Kidd because he just came out of the backfield. No one seemed to be on John Kidd.
3 backs now. Barry McDonald is the power back in this 3-back formation, and they'll hand it off to Pashoni. The extra blockers, he's only able to get about a couple yards on that play. 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line. 5:18 left in the first quarter.
We know even in this situation, you know, goal to go. You expect the Chelmsford Lions to go right up the gut, and they've been successful with doing that. But, you know, expecting they could go around the end, which is, you know, what Pashoni did once last night. Or last week, I should say.
Here we go, up! Here we go!
Again, 3 backs, McDonald in the game. With no wideouts, Coder is the tight end. McGuire behind center, and they'll call a timeout. Little miscommunication there on the play call. And so McGuire runs over to Coach Rich, find out what the play is, and 2nd and goal, McGuire to Pashoni. Pounds in and in there for the touchdown. Touchdown number 17 on the season for Chris Pashoni, and the Lions quickly jump out to a 6-0 lead.
See that hole that the offensive line there opened up, knocking down everyone in sight and getting into the end zone, you know, getting Pashoni into the end zone.
He bumped into his own guy, number 82, Jesse Erhardik.
He's starting tight end on the opposite side of Coder today. Big kid, he's a sophomore.
So Eric Monzi will come in for the extra point attempt. Number 14, Mark Brown, the sophomore quarterback, is the placeholder. Up and good. 7-0, Chelmsford leads with the kick. Great timing on the part in the truck as number 35 trips. That's
Ryan Geese.
Ryan Geese. Not Geese, Geis.
Geis. It's Ryan Geis.
Geis.
Being told. Well, anyway, Chelmsford so far this season is 6-0 when they score first, and we don't know what happens otherwise because they've scored first in every single game, including this one.
Exactly. Have they trailed yet? I'm not sure if they have even trailed yet.
No, I don't believe so.
So when they go into halftime leading, they're 6-0 also.
Oh, wow.
In School Sport Magazine, Chelmsford is ranked number 9 in the Eastern Massachusetts. Bill Ricka is ranked 6, more after this play. Shugru in shotgun formation for the Hillies. Back to pass. He's got a man open, wide open. Is Geis. Geis down the sideline, 50, and finally tackled by Pashoni. Once he crossed the fort, they'll mark it about the 36-yard line of the Lions. Great pass by Shugru, and just great pass route there.
Well, it looks like the Haverhill Hillies now, they're going with a hurry-up offense, it looks like, trying to keep Chelmsford off its toes. Or on its toes, I should say. You see Shugru already back there in the shotgun formation, trying to keep this game moving.
2 backs, 1 wide out for Shugru. He's back to pass again. Looking inside. Nice catch by number 40. That is Bill David, a sophomore, 5'6", 148-pound running back, and the hurry-up offense continues as
Haverhill moving the ball upfield rather quickly here.
2 wideouts, 1 back in shotgun formation again. 3:52 left in the first quarter. Back to pass is Shugru. Heaves it up and caught. Number 1, that's Malesso, Jeff Malesso, the sophomore. And it's 1st and goal quickly for the Haverhill Hillies.
Well, Tim Daly, number 45, completely unaware there that the ball was up to him. If he had, only turned his head, he would have had a great chance to intercept that ball.
So far, the defense hasn't had an answer to this passing barrage of Sean Shugru. They're going into huddle formation now, so maybe we can talk for a second. Also, School Sport Magazine ranked Chelmsford 10.
Billerica at 6, excuse me.
And in hometown sports, they're ranked 13th, and Billerica is ranked 10th. Chagru, there's a flag as running play. Flags all over the place.
Well, flags coming from 3 places. It wouldn't surprise me to see a holding call in the original indication. Head referee talking to Andy Fleming about it, Jim Kearney.
Let's go to Nate McKinnon's favorite ref.
We have an illegal formation on the offense, 6 men on the line, repeat first down, 5 yards.
So there's the call. Too many men on the line. Illegal formation to start off, so they'll be pushed back 5 yards. It'll be 1st and goal at the 10-yard line. And in now regular formation behind center is Chagru with 3 backs. Play action pass, he rolls to his left, looking inside, nice coverage by number 25, Dan Willett. The intended receiver was number 44. And if I get myself collected here, I can tell you who it is. Number 44, that's Jordan McAdams, a junior, 6 feet, 175 pounds. Let's take a look at the replay and the great coverage by Dan Willett.
Good coverage by Willett, but also the fact that Chagru overthrew this ball. You look at the play and look at how far above McAdams' head the ball is.
2nd down and goal at the 10-yard line. Shotgun formation again, 2 back, 2 wideouts, and they'll hand it off on a draw play, and he'll get up to the 6-yard line. That's Geis, I believe. Yeah, it is.
You know, that always works for a short gain. You know, shotgun formation, obviously it forces the defense to spread out a little bit more because it's a huge threat of pass. But, you know, you give the draw play, and you can get a couple of yards in the draw play every time in the shotgun formation.
And this little passing attack by Sean Chagru may also help out Chelmsford when they have to face Billerica and Chris Dineski. So this is actually a good test for Chelmsford's defense right now to really test against a good arm. Blitz by Matt Coder. All right to Andy Fleming. Couldn't catch it.
He predicted an interception for himself. We have a contest going actually in calculus class where we predict the scores of the game. Flemdog predicted, well, let's take a look.
Right to Andy Fleming was the pass. He just wasn't ready for it because, you normally don't expect to get the pass right at you. The field goal attempt now on 4th and goal. This is a 25-yard field goal attempt, which is good. And
no, it's no good. It's no good.
No good. 7-0. Chelmsford still leads. So Chelmsford will take over. And the handoff goes to Chris Pashoni. There are flags on the play. So we'll get to hear Nate's great wireless mic again. Oh, I guess they're inadvertent flag. There was no penalty on the play as they continue play. Kidd and Pashoni in the backfield. Smart is the wideout near side. He's in motion and play action pass. Good formation. He's looking for Smart. Little overthrown.
Yeah, he overthrew the ball a little bit. You know, McGuire gets a little overzealous, as most quarterbacks will, and they'll just gun it. You know, not realizing that the wide receivers can't get down that far, but, you know.
Or not Michael Johnson.
But anyway, in calculus class, Fleming picked 28-6 as the score today. I picked 35-14.
Kevin Redmond picks 26-7, the exact same score as last week.
What are the chances they'll score 26 points 3 weeks in a row?
Play action pass again. He's looking for Bertolami. Got him. And Bertolami gets a few yards after the catch. And that's a 1st down for Chelmsford. Great play by both McGuire and Bertolami. McGuire was looking for Bertolami the whole time. He was just waiting for Bertolami to look back to get the pass. And Bertolami was open. And they get a good 1st down here with 52 seconds left and counting.
Well, like I said last week, Bertolami's not your typical first hitting down, receiver like you see most of the NFL guys. because everyone else is just so big and so fast that when they hit him, it hurts really bad.
A timeout has been called on the field as all the players go to their respective sidelines. The Lions, I saw Rob Pascucci yesterday just steal some supplies out of the art room to make a big sign, but I have yet to see any big sign out of them. So
I don't know, but they got that football.
They got the football.
It's not the same one from last week, though. But one of the Lions is running around. I don't know who that is because they have the.
I'm waiting to see a big sign from Stolen Art paper.
There's Coach Rich there.
Yeah, they are not smoking, by the way. I don't think it's allowed on the sideline while play is going on.
There's lots of steam because it's pretty cold out here.
46 degrees outside as our director just knows everything.
The amazing Tom, Mr. Peterson.
4 seconds left and counting, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is the score. And they'll start the second. It was not a timeout, I should say. It was the end of the first quarter. And we're not going to break as the second quarter is beginning. 7-0, Chelmsford leads the 35-yard line. And the run play goes to Kidd as he gets up to the 42-yard line.
Well, John Kidd gained 7 yards on that play. Just up the middle, you know, they're not really expecting John Kidd on the carry. And when they do give the ball to Kidd, you know, he's gotten, you know, pretty large gains so far. Big guy, number 79, Eli Gumbakis on the right side of the offensive line. You'll see a lot of the runs, the Lions tonight, going to the right side because Eli wanted me to say that. And
that play, Shoney gets up to about the 46-yard line. So I'm losing my voice up here. I hope I can make it through the game. 9:12 left in the first half. Kidd and Pashoni are in the backfield. And the handoff goes to Pashoni to the left side. He crosses midfield and we'll get about 5 yards on the play. Second down and 5 to go, 8:50 left and counting.
Well, really nice open field tackle by Malesso. You know, he's a sophomore. He's a pretty big kid, 5'11", well, not really that big, I guess, 5'11", 160. But, you know, he's only a sophomore. He's got 2 years. And he's good. He's very good. Was their quarterback earlier this year when Chagru was injured.
Haverhill has some size on the offensive line, but generally they are a young team, and they're looking to get better each game this year. And look, they may actually do some damage next year. Play action pass, McGuire rolling out to the right. Nice catch. All the way in.
Wow.
All the way in. Touchdown.
That's
Number 82, Jesse Hardick.
That's Jesse Hardick. Did you see that downfield block by John Bertolami to get Hardick into the end zone?
That's one of the, not only can Bertolami catch, of course, but a main part of Coach Rich's offensive scheme. Oh, there's a flag, but well, a big part of Coach Rich's offensive scheme is having his wide receivers be good blockers, because there's always good runners on the Lions, and even when they're not running, even when there's a passing play, you need good blockers. And it's going to come back, so no touchdown on the play, as there was probably an illegal block.
Illegal man downfield, I believe the call was.
We have an ineligible receiver downfield. 5-yard penalty, repeat, second down.
Nate's wireless mic is just being totally used tonight. That's all he worries about now, our producer, Nate McKinnon. Is the wireless mic working?
Well, that's a tough call. The tough play for the Lions, you know. I believe Hardick was actually the ineligible receiver.
At the 47-yard line, it's now going to be 2nd and 9. Kidd and Pashoni again in the backfield, and it's Smart to the near side as the only wide out. 2 tight end formation. Oh, fumble on the snap. McGuire picks it up and actually gains a couple of yards.
Heads up by McGuire, realizes he doesn't have it. Quickly down to pick up the ball and, you know, get whatever you can in a situation
make
like
sure
that.
you have possession of the ball. That's a smart thing to do, not just hopefully pick up the ball and run with it, just drop on the ball, and that's what he did. And he was able to get a few yards on the play also, well, a couple of yards. It'll be 3rd and 8.
But anyway, you know, McGuire has been playing, seems like he's had a football in his hand since he was born. Played Pop Warner all the way through and freshman football, and had a tough time of it the past couple of years with injuries, but he's back this year.
I formation again. Bertolami is the near side wide out. Play action pass. He'll try to dump it off to Coder, but that's actually going to be a loss of yards. Oh, was it complete? They are ruling it complete, and that's going to be a big loss. So it'll be 4th down, and the punting unit will have to come on. Tough break for the Lions.
After a touchdown is called back,
let's go, D now.
Coach Rich really wasn't too happy about the flag that was thrown, and I don't know, you know, ineligible man downfield. You know, who was ineligible? Was there Hardick ineligible? Because I don't think so. It beats me, but I think you can throw to the tight end. I think that's allowed by the rules. But, you know.
Mounsey back to punt at his own 36-yard line. Drops, but picks it up and puts a nice kick. 15-yard line is Malesso. And Malesso doesn't get much on the play. 6:38 left in the first half. After tonight, well, here's the draw play on the shotgun formation and only gaining about a couple of yards. After tonight, I'm going to have to shut up for the entire weekend. Otherwise, I will have no voice for much longer.
I can deal with that. It's more airtime for me, you know?
Well, after tonight.
It's always tough, though, Thanksgiving, you know, right after the pep rally. I scream myself hoarse every year, and then, you know, I come up here, and I have major problems actually calling the game, and it's very, very cold usually, and it's very unpleasant.
2 wide out shotgun formation, 1 back for the Hillies. Shagru back to pass, a blitz coming on for the Lions, and complete to number 35. That's Geis, the halfback. Oh, nice tackle by Chris Pashoni. Pashoni, of course, also playing safety on defense.
Yep, likes to play that free safety. You know, he's around and really makes himself known. And
for all the seniors at CHS, I hope all of you, with the exception of Dan, of course, who never goes, is going to the Halloween dance tomorrow night. Help out the senior class and also have some fun.
Well, yeah, see, the thing is with me not going to the Halloween dance, I will talk about it after this play.
Shotgun formation again. Shagru back to pass, and the rush comes on, and he is taken down. It takes about 5 lines to take him down, but he's finally down. Well, he was looking to pass the whole time, too.
He's tough. He's tough. He's very, very tough. But anyway, what I was saying, you know, it's either comes down to going out with my girlfriend, who's a junior from Drake High School, or going to the dance, and face it, the senior class just can't win.
Here's the replay. He's in shotgun formation. Look, he's still trying to pass as they're bringing him down. He's a tough guy to bring down.
6'4", 225.
Finally, 5 guys bring him down.
He's very, very large, and I wouldn't want to meet him in a dark alley anywhere because he'd probably, you know, thoroughly thrash me. I'm sure he's a nice kid, but, you know.
Draw play again. Oh, the hurdle doesn't work against number 45. That's Tim Daly, linebacker, junior linebacker.
I don't think Daly's our fan club president anymore, though. You know, he was that last year, but you know. 45, Tim Daly.
Mr. Hoover's attending the game, so he didn't hear the stolen art supply.
If he watches the game afterwards, he'll hear it.
That's true.
There's Coach Rich, the head man of the Lions, doing a great job.
3rd down and 11 to go. Shotgun formation again. 1 back, 2 wideouts, both to the far side. Shagru back to pass, and here comes Coder on the rush. He'll ease it up, and it's caught.
Wow.
Jeff Malesso just snatched it out of midair.
Great job by Shagru. That's, you know, that's a great.
Not so much Shagru, but Malesso focusing on the ball, making sure he can get it So one guy, I believe it was Fleming, who was in the vicinity, who it was a little too high for him to catch, but let's see who it was exactly.
Well,
in trouble, Coder rushing him.
You see Shagru rolling to the right side.
It's really not to anybody, but
that's 24.
Finally.
That's
24.
That is Nick Palumbo.
Nick Palumbo almost with it, but just over his head and right into Malesso. Shotgun formation's working all night for the Hillies, so they continue with it. In the pocket he stays, and this time it's a little overthrown to number 10. Todd Cormier is playing. It looks like he's a little hobbly, though. That's interesting.
Yep, you definitely see a little limp.
They want him in there, though. It's a big game for them, I assume, against an undefeated MVC team. So let's try to win this game. They're thinking.
The thing is, when
he probably wants to play too.
The thing is, when a team gets down, 1-6 like the Hillies are, having a tough season, they relish the feat of playing spoiler. I guess they want to beat the big teams at the end of the season. When they don't have a chance anymore.
Shotgun formation again. Shagru back to pass. He's looking. And it is caught by Malesso, I believe, again. Yep. Jeff Malesso getting a few completions tonight. That'll be third down. Not enough for the first down. About third down and 4 to go. 2:49 left in the first half.
Give a shout out to my FG period calculus class, especially Lisa Tereshko, who's just down in front of the booth and just reminded me.
Shotgun formation again on third down and 4. That deep in the pocket. Big guy, though, to take down. Not able to take down, but the pass is incomplete again, intended for Malesso, who's becoming his new favorite target tonight.
Well, let's see. Jeff Malesso, obviously, he's a good receiver. He's a good kid. Really good. It's interesting to see what they do here. 4th and 4. They're a little too long for the field goal, it seems.
But they are in Chelmsford territory. If they go for it and do not convert the 4th down play, Chelmsford will have decent field position. It's not excellent field position, or compared to what they normally receive. There you see number 35, that's Ed Walsh, defensive lineman, 5'7", 155 pounds.
And that's 93. Chris Higgins, senior, 6'4", and 195. 195.
Didn't even notice my Coke arrived.
Now you won't be parched. I'm sure everyone at home breathed a sigh of relief.
2:24 left in the first half.
That's the no, we don't have an earthquake. I'm sorry.
Looks like a big 4th down and 4 play to go, so a timeout was called. And now it's time to get back out on the field. Interesting to see what Drake will do. The shotgun formation has pretty much worked.
This is Haverhill.
Haverhill will do it. Shotgun is pretty much worked, and they are going to that now. 2 back, 3 back, 2 wideouts. Back to pass is Shagru. He's looking, and a little overthrown to number 15, Kevin Girton. I don't want to play the bad guy here, but it looked like Warshawski may have had a little interference there. Oh well. Here's the Lions offense now. McGuire behind center, Kidd and Bashoni in the backfield in I formation. Bertolami near side wideout. Play action pass. He's looking for Bertolami, and a little underthrown that time by McGuire as he was pressured by number 54, Danny Lowland, a junior 6 foot, 235 pound defensive lineman.
Back it up. Danny Laughlin, Laughlin, I believe.
Well, at least I'm assuming defensive linemen. They're not giving us the defensive position.
Like for instance, Laughlin. Remember the person who played Becky on Full House?
Yeah.
It's like something Laughlin. I don't know what her real first name is, but it's Laughlin, not Lowland.
Well, you have Lawtons.
But that's
it's not Loftons. Whatever, it doesn't
matter. Unless they play center field for the Indians.
2 back, 2 wideouts again. Well, not again, but McGuire gets to Kidd and he can't handle it. So 2nd down.
In and out of the hands of John Kidd.
McGuire pass intended for number 44, John Kidd, incomplete.
He looks like a fullback. You show a picture of him, you know, any person, any football person, regardless of whether they know the Chelmsford team, and they'll say fullback, because he looks like a fullback. Just big guy, broad shoulders.
Looks like a blocker.
Short.
Smart and Bertolami are lined up near side as wideouts, and Kidd is lined up as a wideout far side. Pashoni is the only back. It's going to be a play-action pass. Ooh, good pressure, but a nice catch by John Bertolami right to midfield.
He almost breaks free there.
First down.
Gets gang tackled. They're going to call a timeout, though. Chelmsford wants to get into the end zone again.
1:44 left in the first half. Chelmsford calls a timeout to stop the clock.
So they got a minute 44 to go 50 yards. We're going to take a look at a replay here.
Jordan McAdams, number 15, Kevin Gert.
Yep, that's McGuire. Great job calling signals. And finds
Back to
Bertolami.
pass. He was pressured deep. That was a great throw by McGuire. With a guy coming straight at you, sometimes your pass can go a little haywire.
And you saw he broke that first tackle there. He broke that first tackle, but you know, with 4 guys trying to tackle you in the 50-yard line, you're not going to make it through.
First down and 10 to go now for the Lions with 1:44 left. 2 wideouts are Smart and Bertolami to the near side, and they'll hand it off they'll try to get it to Bertolami on the post play, but not working.
That pass was tipped by number 41, Kyle Donahue. He's their left outside linebacker. He's a junior, 5'9", 160 pounds. But he tipped that ball, and intended receiver was, I believe, Bertolami.
Yeah, Bertolami was running the post play. Smart was running a down the
Ineligible
sideline
receiver downfield on the offense, 5 yards, repeat first down.
Another one against the Lions of ineligible man downfield receiver. Coach Rich doesn't understand the call as he's wondering why.
Well,
1:40 left, first and 15 now at their own 45-yard line. 1 back, 3 wideouts, including Kidd at the far side. Bertolami and Smart again near side. Looking back to passes. McGuire looking for Smart. And then Smart can't get to it.
did I see an arm come out there from Molesso? I might have been mistaken because my eyes are going, I think, but
I wasn't sure to see if he was looking back at the ball or not.
might have just become unbalanced and dropped it, but I thought Molesso might have had a little bit to do with that. I don't know. Certainly good coverage by Molesso.
Second down and 15 to go for the Lions. McGuire behind center. Again, 1 back formation with Bertolami and Smart near side. Kidd far side. Play action pass roll right. They're looking into Bertolami, and he has it for about a 6-yard gain. It'll be third down, and 8 to go with the clock running, 1:22, and they'll call a timeout now to stop the clock.
Actually, it's going to be like 3rd and about 5.
Ooh. Darren, if you don't know enough, as you see the Chelmsford sideline, as we kind of see it, Coach Rich and the gang, and they're trying to score here. A 3rd and 6, 1:14 left in the first half. Let's take a look at a replay of the last play of the Lions. It was a pass complete to Bertolami. McGuire rolls to the right and finds Bertolami on a nice route that Bertolami ran to pick up some yards. It'll be 3rd down and 5 to go. Coming out of the timeout. Both teams will rule 3rd and 6 now. At the Central Catholic 46-yard line, 1:14 left. 2 backs now are Kidd and Pashoni, and only 1 wide out, Bertolami. Again, 2 tight end formation. They'll hand it off to Pashoni. Pashoni finds a hole and gets the first down as the clock continues to run, 1:09.
Excellent run by Pashoni, and the Lions now going very quickly back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the clock isn't running on the scoreboard, but oh, okay. Now it's running again. 2 wideouts, and Kidd is the only back as they're going to try passing. Oh, Looked like Coder was licking his lips trying to get that ball, but good coverage there. I believe number 28.
Yeah, Steve Palaria, the left inside linebacker. Senior, 5'9", 185.
Let's take a look at a replay of that. It was intended for Coder, as it was all pass the whole time. Gets it in, and yep, sure enough, number 28. Adam Carlson.
That's Palaria, Steve Palaria.
Pass to Smart. That's complete, and he gets out of bounds. A double gain for the Lions. 51 seconds left, and the clock stops. First down and 10 to go. They'll try to at least get into Eric Mounsey kicking range.
You know, great job by Jeff Smart. You know, you see him make the catch and then quickly look down, see where the sideline is, see he's got a couple of steps, and make sure he gets out of bounds after the first down. So it's 1st and 10, 51 seconds left, and the clock has stopped.
I formation again. Caden Pashoni in the backfield, Bertolami near side wide, the receiver. 2 tight ends in for the Lions. McGuire, play action pass, looking for Bertolami. In there, touchdown, Chelmsford.
Wow.
What a pass.
Oh, really? That's excellent.
I got to stop screaming because I'll lose my voice even more. But 43 seconds left in the second quarter in the first half, and on a big play, McGuire to Bertolami for the touchdown. 13-0 is the score now. Chelmsford leading with Eric Mounsey coming on for the extra point attempt.
Just an excellent play, you know. Bertolami did a great job tracking the ball, knew where the ball was, knew what he had to work with on the sideline, catches the ball in the end zone, and then goes out of bounds.
Mounsey, the kick up. And the kick is good. One thing I was worried about was if Bertolami was out of bounds or not, but he wasn't, and it's a touchdown. Chelmsford now leads 13-0 with 14-0 with 43 seconds left in the first half. Eric Mounsey kicks it off, line drive kick. Oh, right on the hands, and Drakett's going to have to take it right there.
Correction,
Malesso
Haverhill's
tried.
gonna have to.
Hey, did I say Drakeett again?
You said Drakeett again.
I did that on the.
I think you've done that like every game.
No, I don't think. Just 2 games.
Well, the Central Catholic
Lowell game, I think I may have done.
Yeah, Lowell, you called him Central Catholic.
Right. Malesso was the guy. He kind of weighed the other 2 returners off and said, yeah, I'll handle it. But he didn't handle the ball, and one of the other returnmen finally had to just drop down on the ball and retain possession for the Hillies, as they'll just run the clock out here. Or number 33, Patrick Goby, or Goby, sophomore, 5'9", 165 pound. 24 seconds left and counting. 16-15 as the clock continues to run, as Haverhill is just running out the clock here.
Probably the last play.
They may not even get a play out. They will. And just a running play to the right, and that'll do it for the first half. Chelmsford leads Haverhill 14-0, and Haverhill has looked well.
Yeah, well, they got a couple of big plays, and the Lions have capitalized. You know, they've really did a good job
over the last 4 years. Yes. We are back for the second half of action here. Chelmsford leading Haverhill 14-0. Notice I said Haverhill and not Drakeett.
Yeah, they're going to get the ball back too. Pashoni, and that's number 25 also. That is Dan Willett, or is that 23? That's 23.
23, Andy Sheridan.
That's Andy Sheridan. I'm blind, like I said, but not when I umpire. I'm good when I'm an umpire.
And it's taken a big hit.
Daly ran into his own guy there.
Haverhill kick returned by number 45, Tim Daly.
And so the Chelmsford offense will come out.
You can draw first blood in the second half. That's good. You know, or at least try to.
They will start at about the 31 yard line. where Bertolami is the near side wideout. I formation, Kidd and Pashoni, 2 tight ends in for the Lions. Bertolami in motion, McGuire. Play action pass, nice play action. And gets it to Kader. First down.
You know, down by contact, inside the 50-yard line. Coder, great extension on the play, and you know McGuire got good. He got very good protection. That's what I was trying to say. Good rollout also, and hits Coder.
What I like about Chelmsford tonight is that Shagru's coming in, passing all over the place, and the offense has decided we'll match him pass for pass, and able to get that big touchdown to Bertolami, the touchdown pass, and a great pass here too. So they're trying to match up to Haverhill's great passing attack. McGuire to Pashoni. Pashoni breaks one tackle, breaks another. That's 4 tackles broken as he heads to the 25-yard line.
That's a 17-yard pickup. That's, you know, Pashoni needed 111 yards coming in to get to 1,000. He was at 889. 6 games into the season. Ho-ho.
I don't know how much he has tonight. I don't think he's run the ball quite as often as he's had in the previous games, but I assume he's probably about 40 or 50 yards tonight. I formation again, Kidd and Pashoni in the backfield. Smart in motion from right to left. And they'll hand it off to Kidd, and Kidd finds a hole. He's at the 5 and finally taken down after crossing the 5 up to the 2-yard line. And that's a play that seemed to work for the Lions tonight, as Haverhill is not prepared for a rush by Kidd.
You know, that draw play to Kidd, you know, it really has worked so far. Kidd shaking his head. You see he's all pumped up.
Let's take a look at the replay. It's a quick play because Kidd is so close to McGuire that it's just a boom right there, and a big hole that the offensive line bruised up. 3 backs in there now as McDonald's the power back. Benton hopefully will be back for the Thanksgiving game. Pashoni gets the carry, and he's in there. Touchdown, Chelmsford. 20-0.
Well, his second touchdown of the game. Of course,
18 on the year now.
He scored 18 touchdowns. The rest of the team has scored 7. Certainly a huge part of this offense.
Eric Mounsey will kick the extra point. Pashoni trying to break some records here. Jason Bilodeau of the 1995 season piled up flag on the play on the extra point attempt. Bilodeau had 1,607 yards rushing at the end of the season, 10 games. Dan Curran had 1,573, and here's the ref.
Dead ball, encroachment on the defense.
Where was I? Dan Curran had 1,573 yards in the great 94 season. That was in 11 games, including the Super Bowl, and he had a record 26 touchdowns. So Pashoni is 18 now. He could get that mark. But as Coach Rich told us before, that's not what they're thinking about. Mounsey up, and good. 21-0, Chelmsford leads. By Eric Mounsey is a line drive taken by number 40. That is Bill David, sophomore, 5'6", 148-pound running back. And another point, as Chelmsford is shutting out Haverhill right now. They've only given up 48 points all season long. The best that Chelmsford has ever done in the 10-game season format was in 1976, I believe.
74, I believe you told me.
No, 76.
76? I don't know, I wasn't born.
Shugru back to pass in the pocket, and he's got a guy, but that's only about a 2-yard gain. It is the 77 team who only gave up 34 points in 10 games. 3.4 points a game. That's incredible. And then coming up after that was the 1978 Lions, who allowed 47 points in 11 games. We have 48 points so far, and so, I mean, there have been even better defenses. It's hard to imagine that, but there have been even better defenses than this one. Shugru just pressured, and that should be an intentional grounding. I'm sorry. That was to nobody. Nobody was in the area. And you cannot call that intended to number 1, Molesso, because he was 20 yards out there. But without a flag, play will continue with a 3rd down and 7 to go.
So there's 7:14 left in this third quarter, first half of the second half.
Shotgun formation for Shugru. 1 back, 2 wide out here on 3rd and 7. He goes back deep in the pocket, and the pressure comes from Chelmsford. There's a screen play, and number 10 will get the 1st down and more to the 47-yard line. Number 10 is Todd Cormier, the tight end, 6'2", 215 pounds. He is a senior. So Haverhill moving the ball up again. Interesting. Now let's take a look at the replay of that last play. It looked like a screen play for Cormier as their blockers up there. And he was able to get the 1st down and more as he's close to midfield now. 46-yard, little more than the 46-yard line.
Joe, he gets that 1st down.
Shotgun formation again, 2 backs in there for Haverhill, 2 wideouts. And Shugru back in the pocket, 5 men rushing. And number 28 gets past midfield.
That's Carlson.
Number 28, Adam Carlson. Not Steve Polaria. There was a little mix-up in numbers. Steve Polaria was listed in some rosters as number 28, but it's actually Steve Carlson. Adam Carlson. Thank you, Mr. Chu. 49-yard line of Chelmsford. Shotgun formation again for the Hillies. Shugru back to pass again. Now we'll run it out. As he found a hole.
Where's that hold? Speaking of Mr. Carlson, number 28, there was a very blatant hold that he committed, and the referee right there, he didn't make the call.
Number 1, Andy Fleming, though, had a great open field tackle on Shugru, who's a very mobile quarterback. And tonight, of course, he has that right shoulder injury that's kind of hindered
Let's check out. That's the fullback, number 28. You just saw him coming in. Oh, that's a hold. Come on.
He was pulling against the jersey. But it's going to be 3rd down and 7 now.
Kearney right there, and he didn't make the call.
Shotgun formation. Shugru back to pass. He's trying to get there and overthrows Geis. The intended receiver, Ryan Geis, the junior running back, who is the main running back for the Hillies, so it'll bring up a 4th and 7.
We haven't seen much of Mr. Geis today.
And well, actually, in the beginning we did, but
saw a little bit, but you know, not as much.
There's the Chelmsford, that's Coach Rich, as his team is up now 21-0 with 5 minutes to go. As the punting unit comes up, low snap, and it's blocked. Goes out of bounds at the 48-yard line. I think that's a 4-yard net punt for the Hillies. Down and 10 now for the Lions as they have it at their own 46-yard line. 2 back, Kidd and Pashoni. Bertolami is the near side wide receiver. And it's a play action pass. McGuire to Coder. Coder fumble, but it goes out of bounds. Luckily for Chelmsford, Kidd was there hoping to recover, but it luckily went out of bounds. And I believe that's Coder's 16th reception of the year. That's the best since Nate Lindstad. In 1995, he had 24 catches. Interesting thing about 1994 and Dan Curran, he had 1,573 yards rushing, but in the second half of the season, he'd only play for the first 2 series. That's about it.
Yeah, I know. You know, that's your luxury. You know, the 94 team dominated opponents on both sides of the ball.
But could you imagine what he could have put up if he had been able to play the full game.
Yeah, but I mean, you
half.
see, you don't want to do that. You don't want to be like the Lowell Red Raiders, you know, leaving Rosario in there for the, you know, most of the game, even though they could be winning by 30 points.
No, I'm not going against the decision. I'm just saying, wow, like, what a season it could have been. Say if the Lions weren't as good as they were and didn't need him.
Imagine what some of the scores we'd have in high school football if everyone ran the score up. You know, look at Nebraska or, you know.
Well, they always run the score up.
Yeah, true.
3 backs in there, including McDonald, as he'll hand it off to Pashoni. Pashoni somehow breaks through. Here we go again at the 10, 5, touchdown, Chelmsford, Chris Pashoni.
Wow. Wow. I don't know how he does that. I don't know how he does that. He's awesome.
Could you imagine before the season that he would be this good? I mean, he saw limited action last year. You never know quite how well the running backs are going to do, but this is more than you can ask from Chris Pashoni. They were about to tackle him, but somehow he slipped through. Just found that little tiny gap between 2 defenders, and it's enough for him just to squeeze out of. The extra point by Eric Mounsey is good, and the Lions are starting to make this a rout. 28-0 with 4:20 left in the third quarter. 28-0, Chelmsford leads now. Eric Mounsey set to kick off with 4:20 left in the third quarter. And Haverhill looked like they were going to make this a game early with great passing attack. Oh, over the head. And he's going to field it at the 1-yard line and gets up to the 15-yard line, but just over his head. Misplayed the ball. That was Molesso. But earlier in the game, when Shagru and the Haverhill offense were in that no huddle offense, that first play, it looked like they were going to score. It looked like it was a sure thing they were going to score. It looked like they were going to be right in this game the whole time, and it seemed a little scary.
Well, the Chelmsford defense really gets tough in the red zone. You know, with the red zone, you know, obviously you're not going to pass the ball a lot. You're going to run the ball. Chelmsford defense is impeccable run defense.
Shotgun formation again, Shagru. And 2 backs. And they'll run it, and Chelmsford's defense is ready. Incredible.
Well, you see the whole offensive line there by Haverhill, or almost the whole offensive line gets pancaked by the Chelmsford defensive line.
One other thing about Chris Pashoni, he has 3 touchdowns now tonight, but the thing is that he doesn't seem like he gets tired at the even in the fourth quarter. And he plays defense too, so he's in there the entire game, no matter what, offense or defense. Well, after an 80-yard run, he gets a little break on the special teams and then just goes back for defense.
He's a very well-conditioned athlete, and Coach Rich will have no less than having a bunch of well-conditioned athletes.
Shotgun formation again, Shagru. Oh, bobbled, and they will call it complete to number 15.
That's 46. That's 15. That is 15.
Number 15.
Where am I getting?
Kevin Girton. Okay, Dan.
Where am I getting 46 from?
Let's take a look at the replay. Shagru back.
That was in fact.
That was a 15.
Yeah, that was 15.
Dan Wachowski on the tackle. I thought maybe you were looking at Barry McDonald, but he wasn't even in the play. So,
what am I thinking?
McDonald is in the game as a defensive lineman. He is a 46. Back to pass is Shagru. And he's got a man. Oh, nice tackle by Andy Fleming.
Fleming makes a nice open field tackle. He gets low, pops him up pretty good. And
number 10, Todd Cormier, again the tight end, his go-to, Shagru's go-to guy this whole season. Let's take a look at that. Nice tackle. It's good catch, and then a nice tackle by Andy Fleming. As Shagru goes back to pass, he gets it complete, and then Fleming. I mean, Fleming is considerably smaller than Cormier, but he's able to get the job done.
There's
anyway.
one guy on this Haverhill team that Fleming is not smaller than. Wide receiver, 5'2", 95 pounds.
140. Oh, 95. There's a
guy in there with 95 pounds.
The punt is up, and it's Andy Sheridan. They're calling it Drake ball.
Haverhill.
Haverhill ball. Sheridan dived for the ball, touched it, and couldn't hold on, and Drake had recovered. So a big break for Haverhill. Did I say Drake it again?
Yes, you did.
All right. So Haverhill recovers, 2:09 left in the third quarter. 47-yard line, so it's just like they got a first down completion.
Yeah.
And let's continue with live action here. Or not. There's the replay of the whole thing as he dives for it. Back to the real play. Shagru, and he's tackled, sacked.
Sundelback finished it off.
And number 69.
McDonald, that's Chris Sundelback.
69 is Chris Sundelback.
How come you didn't believe me? You're still looking for your stuff. And I already said it was Chris Sundelback.
No, I just want to see where it is. I can't even find it. Not because I don't trust you. I just want to know that I have it.
Yeah, sure. It's just that you don't trust me. I know that.
Well, you have bad eyes tonight. I mean, come on.
Yeah, you know.
If you were a good announcer, maybe I'd, trust you, but...
Oh, don't go there. Okay, well, getting back to that little kid. Nick Paralisi, number 27, 5'2", 95 pounds. He's a sophomore. I've never seen anyone under 100 pounds on a football team.
And there's a guy, Dominic Canada, number 9. He's also 5'2". He's 140 pounds. I don't think Paralasi's actually on the I don't know if he's on the varsity squad. That's the... Oh, no, sorry. That's Steve Polaria. Never mind. The number was questionable, number 28. It's Paralasi, who's number 27. I doubt he gets much action.
I don't think he's dressing, actually. Your roster says differently, and...
Yeah. There's a timeout on the field with 1 minute left in the third quarter. 28-0. Chelmsford is leading. And it looks, by the score, you'd think Chelmsford has been totally dominating the game, but Haverhill has shown signs of life tonight, especially in the first quarter, but like other teams, trying to get some words out of my mouth, like other teams in the past few games who have just come close, but they haven't been able to finish off their drives, especially last week. Drake last week had good drives, but they were not able to finish them. They had consistent third downs, fourth downs that came up that they couldn't do anything about. They just get into those situations, and then they could not score.
Well, what happens when you get into the Chelmsford red zone? The red zone defense for Chelmsford is just simply outstanding. They stand up to the opposing offense, and they really make a statement. And many of the scores that we've had against Chelmsford have been on the big play. Like we had Kabelski had a couple of big runs and passes and whatever against Central Catholic, for Central Catholic anyhow.
Again, shotgun formation for Shagru. 2 back and 1 wide out. And the pass is intended for number 34, Wayne Tracy, 5'6", 180-pound fullback, but a little overthrown on Shagru's part, and it's a big 3rd down and 17. Now, one sophomore who's just been outstanding so far this year has been Chris Sundelback. I mean, he didn't get much playing time in the first few games, but he's getting more and more playing time as Coach Rich has noticed. He's doing well in the games.
Sundelback really wasn't even an outstanding player last year as a freshman. But he's really turned it up this year. He's fast, he's big. He's really done a great job.
Shotgun formation again. Shagru looking for the bomb. Diving is Moreso, I believe. Yep, Moreso. Molesso.
Great effort by Molesso. There's nothing you can say about that.
And let's take a look at the replay. It's just out of the hands of Molesso. Shagru back to pass.
Look at that great dive, though. Look at that.
Beautiful spiral on that pass. While we have the time, we'd just like to wish everybody to have a happy Halloween and a safe Halloween.
No egging.
For all the kids trick-or-treating.
No egging, no toilet papering. If anyone touches my car, I will kill you. I don't know if it's legal to say that on TV or not.
The punt is up. Takes somewhat of a Haverhill bounce. Yep, a good Haverhill bounce now. to the 33-yard line of Chelmsford, where the Lions offense will take over with 29 seconds left in the third quarter. The Lions leading 28-0, and 29 seconds left in the third quarter. Lions on offense. Pashoni with the ball, and he finds another hole like he always does. 45, 40, 35-yard line. This is just the norm now from what you see from Pashoni.
Well, it all goes back to the offensive line. Offensive line really makes a lot of holes for him. And just after that, you know, after they take care of the defensive line and the defensive linebackers, you know, all there is the secondary, and it's been the wide receivers getting downfield, making good blocks in the secondary. Also, good downfield blocking.
First down and 10 now as the third quarter will run out. End of the third quarter, Chelmsford leads Haverhill 28-0. One game I would love to see, I won't be able to go tomorrow, but Billerica and for fourth quarter action, one correction, Billerica versus Exeter, New Hampshire, not Everett. But that's going to be a fun game to watch. Especially, it's going to be a tough one for Billerica, as Everett looks to be like Everett again. Exeter looks to be a outstanding, large team.
Yeah, rumor has it their offensive line is very, very large.
Five Eli Gumbakis.
Yeah, 5 Eli Gumbakis type people. And that's another group I would not want to be meeting in a dark alley because,
right.
Again, I'd probably end up in the gutter.
Fortunately for Chelmsford, we don't have to face any non-division powerhouses like Exeter. All we had to face was North Middlesex and Malden Catholic, and we were able to win those games easily. Pashoni runs right, cuts left. Here we go again. Breaks another tackle to the 10, 5,
wow.
Touchdown, Chris Pashoni.
Wow. Ow. Oh, my God.
What can you do if you are the defense of Haverhill?
Just
you
hope
cannot stop this guy. 3 different cuts in that play. 3 magnificent cuts that just fooled the defense.
You just...
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Chris's 20th touchdown of the year.
20 touchdowns now for Chris Pashoni.
Take a look at that replay.
No, we weren't listening to Mr. Chu tell it. We actually told him. Pashoni, look at this cut.
Oh, that's 28.
Incredible.
That's a Carlson.
He just makes this game really fun to watch.
Yep.
The extra point is good. Chelmsford is 35-0 now. 5-0 Chelmsford leads now after another outstanding Chris Pashoni touchdown. His 4th of the night, as we're getting used to him having multiple touchdowns. His 20 touchdowns now. He just needs 6 more to break the Chelmsford all-time record.
Or to tie the all-time record.
Or tie the all-time 7 to break it. Kick is up by Mounsey, and it's Molesso, left side. He does a cut of his own. Oh, nice hit.
Oh, that always hurts.
Number 43, Brian Viglione, who with Nick Palumbo tonight is in place of the injured Ryan Farley. Unfortunate for him that he had to go back to the hospital this week.
They've really done a nice job, though. You know, taking care of Farley's position.
9:30 left in the game. Chelmsford holding steady in this one, 35-0. And no, Kevin Redmond was wrong. It's not going to be another 26-point game, as they've surpassed that mark. Haverhill will run it. Nice run, but finally tripped up is number 43. That is Adam Scott.
New quarterback in for Haverhill, number 12, Billy Mottram.
Sophomore, 5'9", 140 pounds. As they'll give Shagru the rest of the game off. I mean, why bother risking injury to him when there are other games coming up for Haverhill? Next week, Chelmsford will be at Andover. Will, of course, be there to cover the game for you. And the handoff is to number, let's see who that is. Number 28, that's Adam Carlson again, the fullback.
Well, Carlson really went down hard. He was hit very, very hard by the Lions defense. It's true.
Carlson's the one that Pashoni faked out at the goal line to get the touchdown.
Carlson almost looked like he turned an ankle because he limped away from that situation. You know, he very well could have because of that just brutal cut that Pashoni made.
8:23 left. Mottram right behind center, 2 back, 2 wideouts, now both far side. Oh, Sandelback getting in there. And the play is a running play. They'll get about 7 on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And also after Andover, Chelmsford will be again home for Tewksbury. And then the game.
The game, yes.
Just labeled the game because everybody knows what the game is.
That's Coach Rich again.
Not thinking about that quite yet because after tonight,
still 2 tough opponents.
Yeah, Andover and Tewksbury are going to be very tough opponents for Chelmsford because Andover has looked pretty good and Tewksbury has looked excellent. Mottram back to pass. He's trying to get Molesso, but overthrows him, so it'll be a 3rd down and about 3.
They got a couple of good sophomore quarterbacks, Haverhill looks like, so they should be pretty good. Couple of years, you know. Got a lot of sophomores in the ball game. You know, Molesso is a great quarterback, I've heard. Mottram looks like he can throw the ball fairly well.
The great thing about this Lions win also is they are now on a 9-game winning streak dating back to last season when they just came out of nowhere for the 2nd half. As Coach Rich was telling me before the game, let's get this play off first. Mottram behind center, and he'll hand it off. Little miscommunication there as he didn't hand it off very well, and Chelmsford's defense ready for that one. But Coach Rich was telling me before the game that it wasn't really that bad of a first half for them either last year. It was basically, besides the Lowell game last year, they were in all the games, even the Central Catholic game where they only lost by 7 points. The games they lost in the first half of the season were really heartbreakers against Methuen, against Central Catholic, and then they just went on that barrage in the 2nd half. He said, we could have really easily won 8-9 games last year.
They really could have. You know, most of their losses, well, the only game they weren't in was a Lowell loss, 35-16, the final score there. But every other game.
And the blitz, oh, beautiful. Number 24, Nick Palumbo on the corner blitz. Beautifully played design as Haverhill was nowhere near ready for that one. Different looks, still give them different looks, especially with the young quarterback in there who may not know exactly what to do.
I'm sorry, it's just the way it goes.
6:30 left in the game. Chelmsford still leading 35-0.
Mark Brown, the new quarterback, coming in.
And the new running back is, I believe, number 23, Andy Sheridan.
Fullback looks like 48, Tim Wellman.
Handoff goes to Sheridan. He gets about 3 on the play. Sorry, no, that's number 2, Billy Walsh. Sorry about that. Billy Walsh was on the carry. I formation for the Lions. The wideout is now number 3, James Sopel. And a nice run. Beautiful run. Number 48, Tim Wellman on the carry. And unknown number 26 is again back in the game. Oh, and unknown number 27 is also in the game.
Wow.
So we got both unknowns. We kind of forgot about that this week. We'll get it to you next week, we promise.
It's not fair to give him
Hopefully.
have to make him sit here for the rest of the game, okay?
Well, at least we don't have any mishaps. Naughty words by Mr. Fletcher this week, or haven't had some. So
Well, that's
far.
because we don't have the mic out there. And mystery player number 27 gets the ball. I really wish we knew his name and we could give him the credit he deserves for his run, but unfortunately we do not. I wouldn't be surprised if both 26 and 27 are freshmen who were called up from the freshman football team. 2 tight ends, 1 wide out, 1 I formation. As the Lions try to widen this game down, 4:30 left. That was a 3rd down play, so it's now 4th down. No, sorry, it's still 3rd down. 3rd down and 7 to go. Brown still a quarterback, I formation. Craig Donaldson is the wide receiver near side. And the play, Haverhill's defense stopped them there. That was number 2, Billy Walsh again. As Walsh is getting some carries tonight at the end of the game. 3:48 and counting. It brings up a 4th down. It's too short to punt, but too long for a field goal, so they'll just go for it here. Why not? Really, really nothing to lose right now. So a 4th down. We'll see if Brown's gonna pass. Nope, they'll hand it off. Tripped up is 26. So Haverhill will take over on downs with 3:18 left. And we'll show you a replay of that one as Haverhill's defense was ready for that one. 26 gets the ball and just gets mowed down. Like last week when Drake came here, it looks like the majority of Haverhill's crowd is again the band.
Well, Haverhill's a drive. You know, Drake really isn't that bad of a drive.
Two back, 2 wideouts. Back is and almost complete to Molesto. That's Mottram, the quarterback, trying to complete, but no completion there. 3:06 left. And again, we'd like to remind you to help out TV Club, CHS Sports Productions, and also at the same time get some copies of this game. Just call the Parker TV studio at 251-5143.
You know, it's a win-win situation.
And if you have a tape, it's only $10 each game and $15 if you don't have a tape. Not a bad deal. Pick any game you want, pick all of them. Right to the fullback is the care.
The tape thing. The tape thing is a win-win deal. You know, you win because you get our great broadcast, and we win because we get your money.
Number 44, Jordan McAdams, the junior, 6 foot, 175 pounds. You sound a little greedy when you say that.
But
we're happy because we get your money.
but you want to give us.
It's not that way at all.
Mr. True just dropped Sachin's soda up here, and Sachin's not happy. But
well, it was empty, so I'm not too angry. Oh, right in the hand. Oh, nice catch. That's just wrong.
Wow.
Lucky break for Haverhill as Molesto comes up with it. I think he was intended for Juan De La Cruz, number 32.
Well, you're in the right place at the right time, and that's what happens. Big gain for the Hillies.
First down for the Hillies as we're approaching the 2-minute warning. 2:06 left. They'll get one play off before the 2-minute warning. And Coach Rich now. His team now 7-0.
Not official yet. They'll go to 7-0.
They'll go to 7-0. And Billerica will have their work cut out for them tomorrow, so we may see Chelmsford solely atop the MVC standings tomorrow afternoon. So, second down and 3 with 1:31 left in the game. Back to pass is Morum. I keep on forgetting his name. Mottram. Completed to number 86.
Two.
Oh,
Pat
that's on
Bain,
another
Pat
page.
Bain, maybe? Is my roster right in this instance? Which my roster completely wrong. This is probably their home roster that we got, and Sachin has the away roster, and
Where
find-
is that? There's, oh, here it is. 86 is John McCall.
John McCall, okay. Who wears number 83 in the home games? Senior, 5'10", 170.
Why would you change numbers around for home and away games?
Well, we had a shot of Mr. Fletcher, and that might not be the best option.
1:04 left in the game. I believe this broadcast is being rebroadcast at 10 o'clock. I don't know if I'm right on that.
We'll get final word.
Heave up by Mottram, and a little too far. For number 86 again, that's McCall. So we may definitely see tomorrow night, after Billerica's game, Chelmsford solely atop. Strange thing is, I want Billerica to win tomorrow so that it can still have that extra tension going into Thanksgiving.
Well, league standings are based on league wins.
Yeah, but still, it would just be that more exciting if the overall record was also. Oh, nice run in there. The shutout is gone for Chelmsford. Number 43. That's Adam Scott, sophomore, 5'8", 155-pound.
The curse of the fourth quarter.
Running back. It's not just that, it's the JV guys in there now, and it may be still some of the varsity guys
Are you saying that the JV guys aren't good enough, Sachin?
Well, if Haverhill keeps their varsity team in, the team that's used to pounding the ball for this long, JV team just getting into the game, you know, they're not in the rhythm of the game. They may not do so as well as they can. So there's my political statement.
Okay, great. Thank you.
In there for the first extra point attempt for Haverhill. Congratulations to Haverhill. Number 26, I believe, is Andrew Fonseca, junior 5'8" kicker.
Well, I have Rory McCracken.
Well, whatever. Now, finally, the extra point attempt for Haverhill, as it's now 35-6, as Chelmsford can't get in a shutout. Remarkably, they haven't had a shutout yet, although their defense makes it like this. We'd just like to remind our new director, Sarah Patterson, she's doing a wonderful job out there.
Yeah, Mr. Peterson just couldn't cut it anymore, so we have Sarah Patterson.
He was taken out of the fourth quarter. He doesn't want to get injured in the fourth quarter, you know. Rest him up for the next game.
Patterson replaces Peterson.
45 seconds left. 35-7 is the score. Here's a sight. Haverhill's going to kick off.
This is only their second kickoff.
After the second half, beginning of the second half kick.
Number 23, Andy Sheridan. Number 33, Chris Bishoni.
Chris Bishoni's actually in the game as a returner.
21. See if you can try to get 21.
45 seconds. You could very well, I mean, it would be, oh, no. No. Oh, well. Right off the hands of number 81, Steve Hawkins. Oh, and Drake will have it again.
Haverhill.
Whatever. Not the non-Chelmsford team playing in the game will have it.
Leahy looks like he's coming. He's going to be the new quarterback.
40 seconds left till Chelmsford's 7th win is official. 35-7.
Haverhill has the ball. I'm sorry.
Haverhill back. Mottram looking deep. He's got a man open, and Falesso, he keeps onto the ball. Touchdown, Haverhill. 35-13.
I picked 35-14. You know, I'm not. Andy Fleming's in trouble. I think I should get. We have a system where each person that wins, based on a combined over/under total, gets a point. I think I should get 2 if I hit it head on.
Do you get any points for beating the Vegas odds, or?
It's high school football. I don't believe there are Vegas odds, unless we're playing Nevada football in Las Vegas.
Exactly. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 35-14. Dan's prediction is so far correct.
Well, Haverhill not giving up. They're going to try to claw their way back into this ball game. 35-14. I think Chelmsford recovered that ball. Yeah, there's the offensive line coming in. Chelmsford recovers.
One thing I'd like to say, though, stranger things have not happened.
Okay.
I don't think Haverhill can come back.
Coach Souza has left the press box.
Stranger things have not happened.
That's a sure indication that the game is over.
27 seconds left.
Remember, we're in the 4th quarter.
Last week's
our great referee
official ref, actually.
Very stylish. Did a great job last week.
And narrated the entire game for us on his Nate McKinnon wireless mic. Yes, Nate, I attacked you again for one more time before the game ends. 17 seconds left, and I think that will do it. As we head to 10 seconds left in the game. I doubt they'll get a playoff. 5 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, the Chelmsford Lions have defeated the Haverhill Hillies 35-14. I don't know why I said ladies and gentlemen. I'm not Mr. 2. I'm not addressing the audience. I mean the crowd here.
35. Well, Andy, you watch after the game.
Great job.
I'm right. I'm a journalist.
35-14.
I'm a journalist. It's my job to know these things. I was right on.
Dan Kachufis got the prediction right. Chelmsford wins 35-14. Pretty much, they had the lead the entire game. There was a little threat by Haverhill at the beginning of the game with Shagru's great passing attack, especially to number 1, Jeff Malesso, who had a good game.
Right.
But Chelmsford, Chris Piccioni, I mean, what can this kid not do?
20 touchdowns this season.
6 shy of the record. 7 he needs to break it. So a great performance by Chris Piccioni tonight. 4 touchdowns, leading to Chelmsford's 35-14 victory. The Chelmsford Lions improved to 7-0. Bill Ricka will face Exeter, New Hampshire tomorrow at Exeter.
I will remind you, if you can't go out to that game, you know, have fun. Root for Bill Ricka, root against Bill Ricka, whatever you want. But actually have a safe, happy Halloween on Sunday. Stay away from my car because, as I said before, I will kill you if you touch my car.
Happy Halloween, happy Halloween, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Hope you will be with us next week as we head over to Andover, where the Lions will be playing next week. See you later, everybody.